So today I'm running a 33k long run. I've not done kind of a long running video and chatted for a while, so I thought today I'll do that for a change. This is actually my last long run of the training block for my next marathon, which is next month at Newport Marathon 2025. So this is the last long run, but having said that, I am running my first ever ultra marathon next weekend, which will be the longest distance I've ever run next week, hopefully. So this is the last long run on the road, but then I'm doing an ultra next week. Hopefully it goes well. I'm excited but also very nervous. Never done an ultra before, never run longer or further than a marathon distance, so hope it goes well. I'm about 3k into my run, still got 30k to go. I'm feeling okay. I had breakfast, butter on toast like I normally do. I'm running at my Mount to Coast R1s. It is going to be quite an easy run, quite slow, doing about 7:30 per kilometre, so very comfortable pace. It's very grey out today. Hopefully it's not going to rain. There is a chance of rain in about an hour or two. Hopefully it'll stay away though. But I did bring my waterproof jacket just in case. I think it'll be a little bit too warm for a jacket though, because I'm wearing a long sleeve right now and it's quite warm. I kind of didn't expect it to be this warm out today, so probably would be a good idea not to have to wear my waterproof jacket. Previously in one of my videos I said one of these SALOMON soft flasks was digging into my chest, but I actually figured out what it was. So on the bottle there's one side that's curved, and then the opposite side there's a flat kind of area, and the flat side is supposed to sit against your body, which I didn't do, and that's why the curved side was digging into my chest. So I'm glad I figured that out because it's so much more comfortable now. Been running for about an hour, still got about 25k left. I've had one lot of gel and one lot of Jelly Baby, which is what works for me when I do any sort of long runs. Actually a very warm day, certainly didn't need to wear a long sleeve. Getting very warm, my back's sweating. I know I previously said that the SALOMON vest doesn't actually feel warmer than any other vest, but I'm a bit wrong on that because my Harrier vest 5 litre actually stops higher up on my back, so my lower back can breathe quite well, whereas this one kind of goes down lower on my back, which means a bigger area on my back is actually covered, and I can just feel my back sweating, and I'm only like just over an hour into this run. Less than 20k to go. It's finding a little bit quieter now. There's actually a lot of runners on the road today. I think there's an event going on, maybe a half marathon, so there are a lot of runners kind of running the opposite direction to me. So yeah, it's a bit quieter now. I've gone a slightly different way. It's nice to see a lot of runners out and doing events and challenging themselves, which is always really good. I do definitely feel like I'm very slow today. I feel quite tired. I've not really caught up on sleep this week, and I ran a half marathon PB last weekend at the Bath half, so I think I'm still kind of recovering from that a bit, and just generally being a bit tired. So yeah, a bit slow today, and just yeah, feeling a bit exhausted. It started to drizzle, which is not very nice, and I've got just under 18k left to run, but I could feel my right knee a little bit, which is not ideal and not great. I don't know whether it's because I kind of pushed quite hard last weekend to get a half marathon PB and maybe not rested enough, kind of like a week wasn't quite enough for me to recover. So today I've kind of, yeah, feeling my knee a little bit. I've been running for nearly 2 hours now, so yeah, I'll have to see how that goes, because obviously I don't want to make it worse for next weekend, which is a big event, and obviously don't want to get injured for the actual marathon next month as well. So see how that goes. I'll go for a little bit longer and take some Jelly Babies in a minute and see how I feel. Now I'm actually running the same direction as runners. I don't know if you can see some behind me. I was meant to obviously do a 33k, but I feel like my knee and my hips hurting a little bit. Maybe too much for me to do the remaining 15k. Yeah, I've got about 15.5k left, so I'm heading home I'm not going to be able to do my 33k today, but I don't want to risk injuring myself because I've got a lot of big races coming up. So yeah, I think it's probably wise for me to not push too much, which is quite disappointing. But yeah, it is what it is. I've kind of been slowing down and walking quite a bit because it's just hurting a bit too much. It's not even kind of a slight discomfort, it's almost like if I just keep running I'm just gonna end up hobbling and limping. So that's kind of how uncomfortable it feels, so I shouldn't overdo it. So I've done about 18.5k and now I've come to a walk because my knee hurts when I run. I'm fine when I walk, but it's when I run I kind of can feel the outer right knee hurting. I don't remember if it was the same side as before when I had problems with my knee, but yeah, a bit disappointing that I can't cover the 33k, which is the last long run in this training block for my marathon next month. But I just, what can I do? As much as I know mentally I can still run, I know I can run the distance, and I know today I can still go as well. Like mentally I feel like I've prepared for a 33k run, so I feel like I can still run, but physically I just don't think I can do it. And like I say, I think I just needed to rest a bit more since last week's half marathon. And the other thing is, I guess I am getting older and now my body just needs longer to recover. As much as I don't want that to be the case, and I do everything I can to kind of stay youthful and young and fit, it's just, yeah, it's just natural that I'm a bit older and need longer to recover. I was planning to carry on running next week and then do the 50k ultra marathon, but after kind of how I'm feeling right now, I'll probably take it easier next week instead of pushing again. I'm pushing too hard. Now the main focus would be to finish my first ultra marathon without any more issues. The one I'm doing doesn't actually have a very strict cutoff. From what I heard, it wasn't very strict, but then I kind of watched the briefing video, and because the place closes at 11 at night, so the cutoff is 11 at night, so my wave starts at 9, so I've got about 14 hours to do a 50k. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I know there are a lot of walkers who do that event as well, so hopefully with the run jog strategy I should be able to complete it. Fingers crossed. The wind has really picked up, so it's actually very cold once you slow down to a walking pace, so I'm jogging a little bit for the last bit of stretch before I get home. I think I'm going to stop at 20k, which is not quite 33, but I'll take that. I did run a half marathon PB last week, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much, and I've got to listen and respect my body. If it's telling me something's not quite right, then I need to listen to it and not make the mistake again like I did before. Yeah, so I will see you soon. My next one would be the ultra marathon on Saturday, so hopefully you'll join me on that. Thank you so much for watching. I will speak to you soon. My name is Uni. Have a great week. Bye.